right, let's get into assignment 1. And get a pair of what? All right. We're given two equations, two unknowns. X plus y equals 4, and 2x minus y equals 2. This last chapter, I showed you a really quick way of being able to graph these equations. What do we have to do? What, Trevor? 0 for x and 0 for y, and then solve it, right? So if we take this first equation, and I do my x, y, 0, 0, right? I'm putting a 0 in for x, 0 in for y. And I look at my first equation here. If x is 0, what's y? 4. Do you see that? If x is 0, then y equals 4. Pretty easy, right? And if y equals 0, then x equals 4. So we can graph our first equation pretty quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are my dots. There's my line. Okay? If I take my second equation now, x, y, 0 for x, 0 for x, 0 for y. If I make x 0, what's my y? I got a negative y here, though. Negative 2. Does everybody see why it's negative 2? JD, do you see that? Okay. And if y is 0, what's x? 2 times what equals 2? 1. So let's graph that. I've got this one right here, and I got negative 2. 1, 2. I'm off a little bit again. And here is my line. So where these two hit right here is my x and y. This is going to be the solution to, somewhere in there is 2, 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 2 is 2. Yeah, 2, 2. And I'm looking at this right now on my graph, all right, which may be hard to see. I'm going to show you a graph that, yes, you're going to be allowed to use. I still want you to do the T-charts, all right?
So 2, 2 would be our...
2, 2 would be your solution. Clear this right here. It is. Have I showed you Desmos calculator? No. Yeah. Desmos calculator is a great thing to use. X plus y equals 4. Check that out. Let's go down to the next one. 2x minus y equals 2. No, because here's what you have to do. You have to show me on a T-chart.
This is just showing you, like, if you're confused, like, where your lines are?
Yeah, this gives me a real clear picture of my solution of 2, 2. Where do the two lines cross? That's the solution for the equation. My x is 2 and my y is 2. See how we solve this through graphing? That's literally what this section right here is all about. Is just solving it by graphing. Let's take a look. Let's see, we did this. Here they did the graph, same graph we just did. Found 2, 2 as a solution. Let's jump over to the next side. What happens if you get this? You get a graph that looks like this here. They're parallel to each other.
No solution.
There's no solution. What? Take a look at these two equations. If we were to graph these, our slopes are what? 2/3 on both of them, right? But they have a different y-intercept. They're parallel to each other, but they'll never touch.
So if the slopes are the same but the intercepts are different, they're going to be parallel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What happens if you get this, though?
But what's the solution?
No solution. No solution. 3x plus 2y equals 6. And I have 12x plus 8y equals 24. What if I graph these two equations?
That'd be a big chart.
Let's do a t-chart on these. X, y. 0 for x. If I put 0 in for x for this one, what's my y? 3, right? This is 0. 2 times y, 2 times 3 would equal 6. 3. If I put 0 in for y, what's my x? 2, right? 3 times 2 equals this. Okay, let's do a t-chart for this one. X, y. Here's why it's going to be important that you do your t-charts. If I put 0 in for x, what's going to be my y? 3. If I put 0 in for y, what's going to be my x? 2. Look at my t-charts. Are they the same? Guess what happens? They're the same line. There's infinite solutions. These two are the same line. All I did was multiply this one by 4, multiply this one by 4, multiply this one by 4. They're the same line. It's an infinite solution. Here's 3, here's 2. It's the same line. They're on the same line. X and y can be anything they want, and it's always going to be equal. Always. All right? Bless you. So what you have different systems of equations here. You're going to graph them and find a solution. All right? You're going to find there's parallel, so there's no solution. Or you're going to find they're the same line, and then there's infinite solutions. So you have one solution, you have no solution, or you have infinite solutions. Okay? Those are the three types of solutions you're going to have. You could have. I should say you could have. That's when they cross. They will cross. Okay? If they cross, what does that mean that you have to have? It's going to be one solution. Can they both be positive? One goes this way, one goes this way. All right, and then your solution would be up here. Yes, I will. All right.